8 ways to make him worry about losing you. The beginnings of relationships are fun, aren't they? The cute texts, the late night calls, the hidden kisses. And then you grow out of that phase and get more comfortable with each other. Sometimes, couples make it through, while at other times, relationships break or are on the verge of crumbling. If you don't want your relationship become too stable like dead water, or if you want your man to put a little bit more effort to maintain this relationship, you can use some tricks. Like making him feel like he's losing you, to enhance your relationship and turn his attention back to you. 1. Don't be available to him 24/7. One of the most common reasons of your man taking you for granted or even growing tired of you is that you're available at his every beck and call. The more you respond to him, the more he tends to take you for granted or assume you have no life. Both of which result in him respecting you a lot less as a person. So go ahead and show him he's not the center of your universe. Show him you have a life and you're busy living it. The next time he texts, respond after 2 to 3 hours and say, "Hey, sorry. Was working. Sup?" 2. Reduce communication. And don't always be that loser who always texts the guy first. Let him text you first for a change. Show him there's a change in your relationship's dynamic, and that he needs to put an effort as well. I know it's tough, but if you don't do these little things, you might just lose your man forever. 3. Learn to say no. A pushover isn't attractive. You don't have to volunteer to watch him watch his favorite team play in the arena, while you're sitting on the side getting bored. Being supportive of his decisions is one thing, but to completely cave to them is an entirely different matter. Stand up for yourself. Don't let him just assume you like what he likes. Don't let him think you'll do as he says. Always remember this when working on how to make a guy realize he's losing you to gain his attention. Not to mention that a strong woman who can say no is something that appeals to most men. Bonus, he'll respect you a lot more. 4. Hang up before he does. It's a power play, actually. If he's the one always ending conversations or hanging up the call, he's the one in charge. In his mind, he's the dominant one and you're the submissive one. Change it. End conversations on your own terms. And since you would end calls in the middle of a conversation, not by interrupting them rudely obviously, he would want to finish his conversation with you. Thus, when you put the phone down, he would have this nagging feeling at the back of his mind that he has to speak to you, and it'll keep him wanting more. 5. Ditch last-minute plans. Here comes another tip on how to make a guy realize he's losing you. And this is an extension of the point I made above. If you're available to fill in for his friends or family every time they cancel, he will always assume you're free whenever he needs you. Tell him you already have plans once in a while, even if all that you'll do is sit at home and watch Game of Thrones. But if you really want to go. 6. Be smart about it. Begin by not appearing to be eager or desperate to be a part of his plans. Text him something like, "I'm not sure. There's a 50% chance I won't be able to make it. Let me get back to you." Take a few hours, do whatever it is you were doing before he messaged you, and then tell him, "Hey, good news. Client bailed out on us, so I don't have to work late tonight. See ya at dinner." Of course, this trick works only when you're available 50% of the time. If you use this technique to make him wait but say yes to his every plan, why even try this trick? 7. Spend less time on social media. Stop updating every little detail of your life and especially of your relationship on social media. It's quite possible he's drifting away because you have zero idea of privacy and share everything he says or does on social media. He must have already discussed this with you, but you are stupid and narcissistic at that time and did not pay heed, because 300 likes on Facebook are more important to you than what your boyfriend feels about your antics. What's better, you can use your post on social media to let your man think more about you. For example, once a week, post photos of yourself with your friends that speaks for itself and shows what a great time you had. Only post phones of your man once in a month or so. The lesser photos of him you post and the more you post of your friends, the more it will make your point clear to him. But again, don't go overboard if you want to learn how to make a guy realize he's losing you without messing things up. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in next videos.